So hi everyone, today we have a special guest on our channel. We have Ayush with us. So Ayush, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, hello everyone, and I'm Ayush Das, currently in my final year of BTech, and I'm here to share the experience of interview experience of EPAM. So that's it.
Okay, great. So like he said, he's going to share his interview experience at EPAM. So tell us everything, man. How was it like? How many rounds were there? Everything in details.
So basically, as you all know, EPAM is a good company, is a very good software development
Hmm.
company.
Yes.
So uh, the very first round was about resume shortlisting. So I
Hmm.
submitted my one of the finest resume in that, and after some days we got the shortlisted list, and we were called for the test. Right. So
Okay.
we were given an online test which consists of various casual things like aptitude, quants, English, verbal ability, then DSA. DSA means that they consist
Hmm.
of questions like MCQ questions, and the very
Hmm.
first thing was coding. Right. So
Hmm.
EPAM is a software development company and it focuses on coding. So very first
Hmm.
part of the test was coding. So we were given two
Hmm.
questions and it was strict rule. There was a strict rule that we should only perform the coding in two languages like Java and JavaScript. So basically, there was no
Okay.
more options in the IDE like Python, C. I'm a
Hmm.
Python developer, and Java is I opt Java and Oops. So
Huh.
before that, I have studied and revised Java. So in the test, there was
Huh.
only two options, Java and JavaScript. So basically,
Hmm.
the very first thing was two questions, like two array questions were given to me. So if I remember,
Hmm.
the questions were about the stocks manipulating. Like if I'm buying a stock
Hmm.
in this day, ith day, and when will I get the profit in the I plus one th, I plus nth day? So I need to return that
Hmm.
day and the positive stocks in
Yes.
my wallet. So this kind of question was that, and we can appear for brute force or dynamic programming approach. Anyway, so
Hmm.
actually my both the questions were related to array and both were related to stocks. So I appeared those two
Yeah.
using Gypsy, and all the test cases passed. And for each question, you are getting 30 minutes. Two questions, 1 hour for coding round. After that, the next 1 hour was about aptitude, fonts, and technical. Like aptitudes, there was
Okay.
10 to 15 questions, which were easy to medium level. And after that, we were having aptitude and technical questions. Right, there were
Hmm.
10 technical questions. So they will give about 10 minutes for 10 questions, but you may take only 4 to 5 minutes because they were quite easy to medium level, everything
Hmm.
was. So this was
Yeah.
about the online test. It was about 2 hours and coding,
Hmm.
aptitude, English, and technical MCQ. So this was
Yeah.
about the so
Yes.
uh, after giving the test and after like 1 day after no not 1 day sorry so after giving the test like that afternoon only morning was the test and that afternoon only we received the shortlisting mail. So about top
Hmm.
7% of students qualified for the test. They shortlisted approximately top 6 to 7% from the test, and we were called immediately for the group discussion. Right. So we went. It was in offline mode. We went for group discussion, and we were divided into groups of 10 to 12 people. And after that, it was a friendly discussion round. Like we were separated into some conference rooms, and the committee from EPAM, the members from EPAM took our GD, and some
Hmm.
common normal topics were given. Like it was a very easy kind of round. They just wanted to check our like adaptability and what kind of thoughts we are having and how we are fluent in English and communication skills, like of
Hmm.
things. So basically, there was very less shortlisting in that process. So as I remember, my
Hmm.
topic in the GD was given like importance of good coding. Right. As a software
Yeah.
developer, what do you understand by good coding and what are its importance? So we were around 10 students, and by one, the interview GD officer told us that it is a group discussion. Don't make it as a debate. So
Hmm.
speak and let others speak. So this was the motto, and our group was quite good because everyone get the chance to talk and speak to throw up their points, and one by one we put on our points about that topic. And after that, many times we spoke more, and the interviewing officer and questioned some of us like what else you can think of anything. It was like a healthy discussion, like about 40 to 45 minutes. And after that, they told us directly. After 10 minutes, we were waiting there, and after 10 minutes, they told that yes, you all are selected. Like in my group,
Hmm.
we all 10 were selected. Like we had a
Nice.
discussion, and we all were selected. And in other groups, some two or three students may got rejected because they haven't spoke
Hmm.
anything, or they were not up to the mark.
Hmm.
So it was a quite easy round. Like 90% of the
Hmm.
students shortlisted. So if we focus more on like communication and topics, so we can easily clear that. So after the GD round, it was like evening 5 o'clock, 5 to 6 o'clock, and they told me that yes, you are shortlisted, and we will have your physical interview, technical interview tomorrow. So
Hmm.
that night, I prepared everything about Java, like Java OOPS concept, everything. I just
Wow.
wrapped oops of Java because they in the online searches as well, and in like Glassdoor and other. I got to know that they're going to ask Java, and I was confident enough on my TSS skills, and
Hmm.
that's why I devised Java oops and like this and some kind of OS and these concepts. So after that, with formal dress, I went to interview, and after waiting for some time, I got the interview call. Like I went to the cabin, the interviewing officer was in front of me, and he was like a neutral man. He was smiling and asked about me, like my intro. So in my interview, what was the point that it was a physical interview. So rather than
Hmm.
technical knowledge, like physical appearance, body language, these also matters. So it's a point in
Hmm.
his physical interview. So he asked about my intro. He gave his intro, like what he's doing. So my interviewer was a JavaScript developer, and he told me that
Hmm.
he's not much experience in Java, like 1 year of experience in Java and 8 to 10 years of experience in JavaScript. And about my case, like in the summer vacation only, I started learning JavaScript because I was a application developer, app developer, Android app. So JavaScript was basically used for web development. So in the summer vacation only, I started learning about. So I told that interviewer that yes, I'm not much aware of JavaScript because I have learned it since past 2 years. But yes, Java, I'm friendly. So he was
Hmm.
having my physical resume with him. So he asked about he
Hmm.
looked into that my what are my skills, what are my projects, everything. And he told me that you have written JavaScript, so are you familiar? Then I told honestly that sir, in the past 2 years I learned JavaScript, but Java is much complex. So then he
Hmm.
started along with his questions, right? So he told me, okay, Ayush, let me ask you a question. Like, can you create me 10 buttons using JavaScript? And by clicking those buttons, you will get the ID of that button printed. So he gave me time to like think of something and write. He gave me paper and pen and asked me to write the code on the paper. So I told, okay, sir, I can create those button. So I have written the code like class button, button v1 new. And the code snippet I have written for not 10
Hmm.
buttons, for one or two buttons I have written. And I told him that, yes, sir, this is my code. So
Hmm.
as he was looking in the code, and he asked me that Ayush, you have used the button class. So I said yes, sir. So then he told me that don't use any button class or something. Can you create a raw button using JavaScript without using HTML, CSS, and any class. So that time I got a little nervous, like what should I say? I haven't done anything like this before. I told sir that I haven't done anything like this before. So then I tried a bit, but I told that, sorry, sir, I'm new to JavaScript. This is what
Hmm.
I can recall of currently.
Hmm.
So this was about the first question. So he
Hmm.
was really interested that what else we can ask him. So and after that,
Yeah.
he gave me like he was writing in the paper some strings, right? He was writing in the
Hmm.
paper geeks for geeks. He have written their like input, and in the output,
Hmm.
he gave me like this is the output. Then he told me
Hmm.
that write a code to find the longest subsequence of the string longest substring without repeating elements.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Acha.
so
Yeah.
thought of that because I have done this question, but it was like
Hmm.
I'm in the interview and it is not like like I'm clicking a button and I'm getting the answer. It's not like that. So I need to think
Yeah.
of that. And in the interview, one thing is there that never give the most optimal answer in one shot
Hmm.
because
Yes.
the interviewer may think that he knows the answer and he may not consider the question. So it's
Hmm.
a kind of trick or something like try from the very brute force up. So I told him that, sir, I can find all the substrings of the string and I can find the answers like this after removing the repeating elements. So he told me, okay, can you optimize it more? Then I told him the optimized answer. So kind of he
Hmm.
was satisfied with this question. Okay. So I was feeling good, like, yes, he's satisfied. Now the third question, and in
Yeah.
between the question, we were having many talks like about skills and about something else. What is my college? What I've done in my societies of my technical societies of my college. So like these things, small chit chat was going on, and after this string question, he asked me the last question, which was like a bomb, atom bomb for me. Like he asked me to code. He asked me to code tic tac toe in JavaScript. So I asked him, sir, Java or JavaScript? Java. I convinced him. Then he said, okay, Java. It's fine. Okay, Java.
Yeah.
Then switching the language from JavaScript to Java was a one task for me. So it was done. So like
Hmm.
I said, Java. Then I told him, sir, in my learning project or anything, I haven't created tic-tac-toe anytime. Like I'm not familiar
Hmm.
with that. No, okay, okay, no problem. I don't want you to make the full game. I just want you to
Hmm.
write the code to for the logic, like for the logic.
Hmm.
But then I took 1 or 2 minutes to think of, and then I written the code like public static void main like, and what my approach was to take an array of size 8 and filling those elements with this, and I have applied switch case statements, and after that
Hmm.
if else statement. So this was one of my approach. I written the code like one page of code. Then I
Yeah.
I made him understand that, sir, this code is doing this kind of things. Well, okay,
Hmm.
I have written instantly. I thought of that solution and I have written. And
Hmm.
like luckily, when I went outside the room after the interview, I searched for the question and that yes, it was created using switch case and if else only. My approach was right. I was happy, but at that time
Hmm.
I was not sure. So I put in the code. He asked me, okay, this is the code, but you are using the code is very lengthy. Can you optimize it? Like I'm coding
Hmm.
tic tac toe for the first time, and optimizing it is a task for me. So I told, okay, sir, instead of array, I can use matrix. So he told me,
Hmm.
no, no, matrix solution, I know. Anything else? He wanted me to apply the dynamic programming approach, but I was not so confident that I should apply dynamic programming
Hmm.
there. So I applied mathematical formula like for the diagonal elements, if this is the formula. And in the array only, I applied some
Hmm.
mathematical
Yes.
formula and let him understand. So I think he was satisfied. And after that, we were having
Hmm.
some select kind of things. And he asked me, okay, I'm done with yours. Thank you. Any question for me? So normal talks. And I was sent to the waiting room. So after in the waiting room, there were more students like me. So we were discussing about the things. So some interview asked about linked list, some asked about arrays, some asked about projects in their resume. So like these kind of things. So after some time, like after half an hour, the HR approached to us. Ayush Das, yes, ma'am. Well, okay, your interview is done. You will get your HR mail by today evening.
Hmm.
So I was really happy
Yeah.
that yes, cleared this round, and I got to know that
Hmm.
I was the first in my room, like the interviewer I've applied for. I was the first to get shortlisted by that interviewer. So I was really happy, and after that I got to know that I will receive my HR mail, and in that evening only like 5:30 p.m. I got the interview with HR. It was online. HR interview was offline.
Hmm.
He was in his office, and HR interview was approximately like 10 to 15 minutes, and normal HR question like about myself, what can I do for the company, and where can I see myself, am I able to relocate or not, kind of things. And after that,
Hmm.
like at the end, he told me, "Okay, Ayush, hope to see you." in January next year, EPAM. So it was kind of a
Yeah.
hint, something I got that. So after
Huh.
3 to 4 days, I got the result that yes, I am selected, and that was about the part. And after that, I am joining EPAM from January 2025,
Mm-hmm.
and they got a training path. Like it is a mandatory learn path. Like for 3 months, they will provide me training materials. From September, they may start,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to complete that part. And after that, I can join for internship. So that learning path is mandatory, because basis on the based of that learning, they will provide us the role like backend developer, Java,
Hmm.
JavaScript, testing, automation, or front kind of things. So based on that, they will provide it. So this was kind of a journey for me.
Hmm. Amazing, man. So must have been very hectic. They asked everything, aptitude, coding, technical stuff, Java. Must have been very hectic, right?
Like yes, it was quite manageable, because uh, it was hectic for me, because at that day only, like when the day of my interview, after interview, I am having a online test of another company. Like it was a Japanese
Ha.
company, so it was really hectic
Yeah.
for me. I came to and have my lunch like really fast, and went to that
Ha.
company's test. So this was kind of thing, but rather the process was very smooth and very fast. Like it wasn't, the company didn't ghost us like anything, so it was really fast, and
Yeah.
they the result. So it was quite a good
Yes.
experience.
Hmm. That's great, man. That's great. So on a final note, like to all of the people who are watching who also want to crack a company like EPAM, what advice would you give to the people watching?
Like since I'm a final year student, and I've seen the mahal of placement, like what kind of mahal is there in college.
Yeah.
So like if you are really a first year student or second year student aspiring for placements from now only, so the
Hmm.
first year of BTech is quite diverse. Like you get to know about
Hmm.
subjects from every branch, and after that it concises to
Yeah.
your branch only. So first year is like okay, you can focus on other subjects and mainly focus on your subject. Like develop skills. If you
Hmm.
haven't done coding right in your school, then you must start from the first year only to learn the very basics language like C. Start from C,
Hmm.
and after that in the course only they will teach you data structures, object oriented programming. So
Hmm.
basically focus on these if you want to crack software engineering companies. So the very main focus should be on DSA and OOPS. After that,
Hmm.
the core subjects like operating
Yes.
system, architectures, and database management and software engineering. These are the subjects of third year, but we should not like we should not consider these as taken for granted subjects. So these are main core subjects:
Hmm.
OS, DBMS, and like architectures and networking. Networking is also important,
Hmm.
but mainly
Yes. Yes.
focusing on DSA and logic building, doing code on platforms like Lead Code, Hacker
Hmm.
Code Shapes. These are very critical for a software engineer. So keeping in all these up like a practice, and applying for mock interview, mock test like this during third year, and grabbing internships. These will definitely help and making a quite good resume, showcasing all the skills and experience like this. So this will definitely help.
Hmm.
And one more tip for fresher, like if you are in the second year of your college, first or second year, and if you are in a
Hmm.
college, you are having societies, technical societies. So please try to be a part of that, because you will get a feeling of corporate, like we are working on a team
Hmm.
inside the
Yes.
society, interdepartment connections and everything, network building. So try to join societies
Hmm.
and focus on skills. So that's
Hmm.
what a fresher can do.
Hmm. Correct, correct, man. I totally agree. If you're in college, you should pretty much try out everything that you can. Your coding clubs, your development clubs, everything. It'll definitely help you in the long run.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so I guess that covers pretty much everything about EPAM's interview experience, everything that you can be asked, everything that can be there. So thanks a lot, Ayush, for coming on my channel. If anyone still has any doubt, I'll give Ayush LinkedIn in the description. You can follow him from there, connect with him from there. So again, thanks a lot, Ayush. I hope this will help a lot of students. Thank you.
thank you, Ashish. Thank you.